Hi guys, I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Eddington. For a lot of you, this might come super late, but yeah, as per usual, this film is actually not even out here. I just, again, was able to watch it early, and yeah, being an Ari Aster film, I just had to review it. So yeah, I hope you're still interested in my thoughts on it. In a way, I'm kind of glad that I'm watching a lot of these films after everyone else has been watching them, just because the hype has died down. But yeah, obviously, I'm sure like this is old news and people want to hear about new films, but for me, this is new, so yeah, I guess that's all I'm gonna say as an intro, so let's just get to the video. So, if you don't know what Eddington is about, I didn't know much going into it, as per usual. I knew that this was the new Ari Aster film. I knew this was not a horror film. Although, you know, being Ari Aster, there's always some sort of like thriller element. I knew this was kind of an western, and the major subject of this film was the pandemic. And I don't think that's actually a spoiler, because I watched the trailer last night before another film, and they say that. So the trailer does give away a lot, but you don't have a lot of context either, so I think it's safe to watch the film, unless you just don't want to know anything, like really anything. So yeah, I don't think being about a pandemic is a spoiler, so that's all I'm gonna say about the film. As for the cast, I'm also pretty sure everyone knows who stars in this film, because that was a major like selling point for this film. Again, just like with Beau is Afraid, this stars Joaquin Phoenix. It also stars Pedro Pascal, another Pedro Pascal film. It stars Emma Stone, Austin Butler. Yeah, a lot of big names. And I guess let's get to my thoughts. So now I get why a lot of people had time talking about this film, because it's a lot. There's a lot to this film, and unfortunately not in a good way. I like, first of all, I have to give like props to Ari Aster and to A24, and I just have to congratulate him for being able to do films like this, because it's not a film that a lot of people would be on board with making. It's really weird, and yeah, there's a lot to it. If you've seen Beau is Afraid, I would say is more on that same vein. It's not as similar to Hereditary or Midsummer, which are my favorites from Ari Aster. I'm not a huge fan of Beau is Afraid. And I guess that leads me to my thoughts on this film. I wasn't a big fan either. I'm kind of bummed that Ari Aster kind of stayed away from horror, because I think his first two films were just perfection. And like his last two just weren't my favorites. I think I'm thinking about doing a video about these new like horror directors, but I think what's happening with Ari Aster, for me, it's the opposite of what's happening with Robert Eggers. Like, I wasn't a big fan of The Witch or The Lighthouse, but I loved The Northman and I enjoyed Nosferatu. So I don't know, like I'm like kind of pivoting. Like, I was super into Ari Aster, and I think now maybe the stuff he's doing right now, it's not really for me. But I I'm happy for him that he's able to do these films that he wants to make and that are so different from anything else. I think it was a lot, and I don't think it's in a good way. Like, my main issue with this film is that it tackles a lot of subjects but doesn't get deep into any of them. So, besides the pandemic, it touches on a lot of other things that happen, some other subject matters, and like, because it just fits a lot of things, it never gets really deep into any of them. And I've read it was like intentional, that this film is just happening to you. But I don't know, with all of these things, I wanted some sort of commentary on at least one of them, and I guess we kind of get it with the pandemic part of the film, but not as deep as I wanted it to be. I just think it's a lot that says nothing. It's a lot of things, but the film actually doesn't say anything, and that's kind of a bummer. What's also a bummer is the screen time that a lot of these actors don't have. Like, the focus is mainly on Joaquin Phoenix, which, I mean, it's fine. Like, he's a really good actor, and I can't see anyone else doing the role that he's doing here. He really likes these weird roles. But like, we get it, but not as much as I wanted. Like, I wanted more from Pedro Pascal, and definitely wanted more from Austin Butler. He's really not much in the film, unfortunately. Maybe that was due to filming like schedules, because he has another film coming out. Another film that I'm actually really excited about, with who I would say is my favorite director, Darren Aronofsky. So I'm really excited about Caught Stealing, just like a side note. And Austin Butler is the main like protagonist in that film. So maybe it was some like conflicts with the schedule and with filming. I don't know, but he's not really that much in this film, and I actually wanted them to focus more on his part of the story, because it was kind of interesting, and it was more like, it taps a little bit more into the horror genre, which will be interesting. And yeah, I guess at the end of the day, I was just disappointed with the outcome of the film. I think the subject is actually interesting. I know a lot of people are over about like the pandemic and stuff, but I felt like this was super realistic in a way, but then it just there's a lot of other things happening, and it's way too much and not enough commentary. On like a technical level, it's good. I couldn't really see the big stylization that we get in Hereditary or Midsommar. But yeah, it's pretty similar to Beau is Afraid. It's more accessible than Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid is super like bonkers. This one is a lot more like grounded. Obviously, it is grounded in reality. It's a lot easier to follow, but still, it's a lot. There's a lot of happening. It's a lot. Well, I guess post that, let's just get to my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give the film a 3 out of 5. It's a little bit like higher than middle of the road. I think this film evokes something in you, so you do feel something for it. I just don't think it's the best feelings. It's a good film, like it's well made, it's well acted, it has an interesting story. I just wanted a lot more from it. Cinematography, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's good. It has like your Ari Aster kind of stylization, not super stylized, but still there's his touch is visible. And originality, I mean, this is it's super based on in reality, so it's not original in that way, but I would say it's a 3.5 as well, just because it really goes places. And yeah, we haven't seen a pandemic film quite like this, so I guess in that way it is original. So guys, these are my super late thoughts on Eddington. I'm pretty sure you all have already seen the film, so please tell me in the comments what you thought. Do you agree with me that it's too much, or were you super on board with it and you liked where the film went and what it had to say, or what it doesn't really say? So yeah, tell me how you feel about the film. Also, tell me which is your favorite Ari Aster film. I'm thinking about doing, as I said, a video about these like new horror directors like Ari Aster, Robert Eggers, Jordan Peele. There are some other like horror directors, but I think those three are the main ones that everyone is looking at their stuff right now. So if you were interested in a video like that, tell me in the comments. And if you want me to like incorporate some other horror directors, just tell me in the comments. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video.